What's up, guys? Let me adjust my camera a little bit. Hold on. So I'd try this a little earlier this time around. I don't know if we'll get any people this time of day. Brad's here. We got Bulgar RC. What's up, guys? I'm just going to give this a try. I usually do it later. I figured let me try it at like 5:30, see what happens. Earl RC's in the house. Tim's here. What's up? Hit that like button. I appreciate it. Well, anyway, guys, I have this Doomsday here, and a channel I'm subscribed to, TJ the RC guy. He has a lot of crawlers, and I was watching one of his videos the other day, and he showed his Doomsday, and he put bigger tires on his, like kind of like how I did. I think his are even larger, and he had a good idea about stretching the wheelbase out, because I even cut some of my fenders off here. And what he did was he used little screws, like plastic nuts, in between the rod links on the end to move it out. So I'm going to do that. So check out his channel. He always has crawlers and stuff. I got a lot of stuff in this. This is an Oaxel shock kit for the ready to runs, and it has all sorts of spacers, the plastic screws he used, TJ, and you could use like little plastic spacers. I don't know if you guys could see them like that. And I got some over here on the side that I'm going to be using. These little black spacers. They're like for the shock spacers, so I'm going to be using those. A few of them, I have 4 that are a little thicker and 4 that are a little thinner. So I'm going to put them in between the links to stretch just a little bit. Who we got here? We got Model Nutties here. What's up? True Drone Reviews. So we got JD Passel here. Yeah, so guys, I'm going to stretch this wheelbase out, and I don't want to try to rip everything apart. I'm going to see if I could kind of do it without taking everything off, like the whole front end. So we're going to see how that goes. But like I said, I have these little plastic spacers. I marked the thinner ones that are a little thinner with white. So I just got to put them the right side so I don't mix them up. And I have these ones here that are a little thicker. And what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to take these rod ends off, and I'm going to put the spacers in between on them to lengthen it a little bit. So that way I'll get a little more space over here, because this is kind of close. True Drone King Steve. Let the mods begin. All right, so like I said, I'm going to do this on the front here. Maybe I should take the body off. I'll try to look at the comments when I'm working on this. Alrighty, here goes nothing. Time to rip her apart. I hope I don't have to rip the whole front off, and I could do this kind of like on the car. Steve, you know anywhere online where those are available? Earl RC, what are you talking about? The spacers? I don't know what you're asking about, Earl. The Doomsdays. I don't know where you could get them online anymore. I got mine from Al's, from Steve OD, but I think you have to get them in your hobby shop now. See, now here with these rods, I'm gonna leave it connected. I'm gonna unscrew this side and put the plastic spacers on. I'm gonna do that to all 4 of them here. 11 Charlie RC's in the house. Filthy Co. Hit that thumbs up for me, brother. So now I'm just unscrewing them like I said here. And you see they got a long, I don't know if you guys could see, they have a long thread in there so you could space them out with a spacer easy. So I'll put one of the thicker ones on the bottom here. It goes right on. You see like a plastic washer. And then I just thread this beauty back on. And it'll extend the link a little bit. Yeah, that's what I heard as well. Yeah, I think only the hobby shops have them now. I don't know why, but that's what they're doing. See, now that I did this one, I'm going to unscrew it like this because I don't want to rip everything off. I'm going to try to keep the truck together. See, now I just pull that out. Now I want to put one of the thinner ones up front that I marked with the white here. Screw it right on. And bam, that's one finished right there. Extended. Now I'm going to do this guy here. Someone's talking about going 80, 90 miles an hour. What is it? Filthy Co's the speed demon. And Brad always asks me, you got to put a brushless in it. Put a brushless in it. Every car that I show online, he's like, put a brushless, put a brushless. Model Nutty's saying, Filthy Co, you need to do a dragster. Yeah, you can make a dragster out of a slash or something. That's what they're doing now. See, these are threaded in really long, guys, so you could easily put a spacer on there. Now I drop one of my thick spacers on. Just like that. Bulgar RC Videos is saying, Earl, the RC Superstore has the Doomsdays online, so maybe you want to check that out. It's pretty easy to do these links. I thought it'd be harder, but so far it's easy. But I got to do the lower ones up higher in the chassis, actually the upper ones. So we'll see how they go. So far these pretty good. Now tackle these bottom ones. I got to snap them off. Yeah, Earl RC, these used to be 99 bucks. Now I think they're charging more. I think they charge more when they're online for some reason. All right. Pop this beauty off. And I gotta change this one with a spacer now. These upper ones are a little harder to do. This also angles the shocks back, so it'll swing easier. The suspension will be nice. There's a used one on eBay, Bulgare RC. 200. What are they dreaming? They're smoking something. Now this one here, starting to get tricky here, guys. ABW 7723 is in the house. I used to have one of those the long rail graphite dragsters. You load it up with the nick heads. The whole chassis was like filled with them back in the day. Yeah, this one's a little trickier, this rod here. There's not a lot of room, but could be done. I gotta pop my shaft back in there again. There it is. One more rod to go. Earl RC saying people think they could change more because, yeah, that's the problem. That they put it online, so they figure they could jack up the price on it. Swans RC Adventures is in the house. What's up? Thanks for stopping in. Just doing a little bit of an operation on the Doomsday. Hey, Dad's in the house. What's up? RC Crazy. That like button for me, guys. All right, this is the last spacer. Then I should be able to hook this sucker all back together again. I hate doing the tie rod ends. Gives your hands a burning workout. She looks good. Now I just gotta put the shaft back together properly. And line up them grooves the right way. That's not it. That's it. Nothing like a loose axle on a link ends off. There goes one. Thanks, I appreciate you smashing the button there, RC Crazy. Gallo 78 RC Worlds here. Thanks for stopping in. Alrighty. So far, looking good. Now I'm just screwing on these links. Hopefully. Whoa. Hopefully this modification does the job. JP Slayer's here. What's up? Thanks for stopping in. One more link. And we'll see what it did here. I think it should work out fine. Yeah, it was pretty easy. Let's see what it did. All right. Everything's installed now. I'm trying to make the wheels straight. The servo being a bitch. There it is. Everything's on now. I extended all the links with the little spacers. You noticed you could see these front shocks now. They're on an angle a little bit more now, so that should make the front easier to suspension to twist, so that's good also. Now, we'll see, the wheelbase should have gone a little further out. So I'm just going to plug this in real quick. And see what it looks like. I hate this little wire. They should have made it longer. Don't help that I'm like in the dark here under this lid. Might as well put the body clips on here. Model 90 says, oh, bummer, I gotta remove C24 body to get the trans screws. Oh, that's a bummer. We'll see what this did now. It doesn't hit like it used to. It gave it more distance in between there. So the links, they worked out great, stretching them out like that. Extended the wheelbase a little bit. Angled the shocks for better suspension action. 2 advantages in 1. And now my tires won't hit as much. So that's good. And it still looks good. It actually looks better. Like, I don't know why they had the wheels in this one so close to the back. Like, even now, it looks like it's still centered out pretty good. I don't know if you guys could see that. My screen's on an angle, so I can't tell. It's kind of dark. So I suggest that mod if you want to do something like this, or even just to expand your wheelbase. You could do that to the front and the back and make it longer so it won't tip as easy. I guess you could do that to all crawlers. Actually, that'd be a good idea. Probably do to this one if you wanted. Extend all the links and make it a little longer. Beanfield Alice Turtles in the house. Brad Kilman, did you see Budget Guy art? Oh yeah, I seen his last video. He was driving with a big alligator on the ground. Lucky I don't have to worry about alligators here. They're poisonous snakes too much like other guys. Model 9, yep, liking my frame, bumper mounted lights on the Doomsday. Bug don't have, so I'm doing. RC Crazy, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Just wanted to come on and do this. It seems like it worked really good. I could feel the suspension, guys, now with the front shocks angled. I did modify the rear, and I made little extra plates in one of my videos I got to angle the rear ones in. So now they're both angled in now. You can see this is really working soft and smooth now. So that should be awesome on the trail because it was always kind of stiff up front. Model Nutty saying the C24 is getting 2 WPL stock transmissions and motors, 130s each turning an axle itself, double torque. Too bad. You should make some videos of your stuff because you modify so much of them things like that. You should start doing some videos, Model Nutty. This one here, this is the ECX Temper Gen 2. I could see my camera setting for my camera switched. I think it's on autofocus now. Anyhow, yeah, I don't like when it's on autofocus. I got to switch it back later. Yeah, well, this is the ECX Temper Gen 2. I think they only have these in hobby shops, but if you go to my link in my review that I first got this, the unboxing, I have a link below. If you go to that shop, and you could get them there, they have them online. Just tell them Shen RC sent you. Breaking Silence is here. What's up? Yeah, you missed the extensions, but I'll tell you, they work great. You just put like little like spacers on the shafts, on the rod ends, and it moved the front out. Now I no longer hit the tire, and these are a lot bigger. It still looks like it could go forward a little bit, but it's good. And it softened the suspension. Damn, I got this camera, and I had the autofocus off. Now that I got it must have reset. It's doing this autofocus crap. You see that? And I hate when it does that. It makes everything messed up. But anyhow, it'll be like that because I don't want to mess with it while I'm online here. It may shut down. Model 90 says, yep, I just don't do videos. Anthony Carpy, oh, Eric, Uncle Steven, beauty. Thanks for stopping in, Aunt. I was just working on this beauty here, extending the links. Nordic RC Visions, what's up? Hit that like button. I appreciate it, guys. James Swift is here. Shen, send me the link to Budget RC. I don't know how to do that when I'm online. I don't want to mess with anything because I don't want it to shut down. That's cool, Steve. Thanks for the update. Nordic says, of course I gave you a like. Adam RRC, what's up? Beanfield Alice Turtle's asking, why did you do that mod? Does it help center of gravity, lower the center of gravity? For this, the reason why I did it on here is because I'm running bigger tires than the stock ones. And when the suspension goes up, when you turn, it would, even if I cut the fender, I don't know if you guys see over here, I trimmed them a hair, it would hit and be like hitting the body and stop the suspension from moving. So what that does when you put them spacers in all the ends of the links here, it pushes the front axle out, and it made the wheels go out so that it ain't as close over here so it doesn't hit. But also what it does is, I don't know if you guys could see this, but the shocks over here now are angled like this more, and that makes the front suspension softer so it has a better swing to it, easier to twist. So that'll make it work better also, because the front on this one here is kind of stiff out of the box. And you can see it works real smooth now. So that should work really good. Earl RC, Steve, can you review this toy crawler on Amazon? It's the Metco 118 toy crawler. It comes with 2 batteries. I don't know what that is, Earl RC. I'll have to look at it. Uh-oh, stream died. Am I still here, or am I gone off the map again? No problem, James. Brad saying, Steve, I love the Tamiya behind you. My nephew Anthony Sainz still here. That's good. This one here. Oh, might as well show it. This is the holiday buggy. The DT02 chassis version. It's pretty neat. I got a brushless in it for you. Brad, I got a brushless in it for you. Damn, I don't like when this camera, see when it's on the autofocus, it's good when you put something up there, it focuses, but I hate when it blinks the screen. JP Slayer, cool buggy. The Holiday Beauty, Nordic RC Visions. Sean's RC says it's pretty cool. Yeah, this is pretty cool to run. It's fun when you take it out. I take it out in the softball field, baseball field. And I put a brushless in there. I got the regular 540 size. I think it's like a 30. Oh, this is a 3000 kV, and it's pretty good for this model. Earl RC, this is a cheap standard 540 size motor. I've been playing around with these different types. It's called a Hobby Fans. Hobby Fans, and it's a 3000 kV. They're dirt cheap, these motors, and it actually is a real good motor. It works a lot better than them Finn ones that you get that are cheap because it's a standard 540 real size. So this works really good. Brad saying test out fast. I got some videos of this one going. Asher Boy's here. What's up? Particle Man's here. Basher Boy, if you're interested, you'll have to watch this over. I extended the links on here to make the wheelbase further out in the front so I don't hit my fenders. But it works really good. Want to see what's in this one here? Actually, this body's weird. It has the regular posts in the front, and it has two over here, the body clips. But I never use them because it has this little pull tab, and you pull it like that, and it snaps off. So that's kind of neat. It snaps right off. Yeah, these things, me and my nephew used to race them, and we'd go on the ball field. They'd get filled up with sand and weigh a ton. So a guy overseas makes these covers for the DT02 chassis. You see it? It actually covers it so no dirt gets in there. The Velcro's on. Oh, wait. Here's the name inside. Who is it? Manufactured by Hunter Systems. In the UK, it's called Hunter Systems. He makes these. I don't know if he has them anymore because I bought this like ages ago. But it fits right on. And it seals out everything in the chassis. So I cut my chassis in the back, not the chassis, the gearbox. So it would cool the motor down because the plastic covers the whole thing. Brad's saying, hey, Steve, will that overheat? No, not really. If you have like an ESC that's rated a lot more powerful for the motor, it doesn't really matter. And I got a fan on it anyway, so I never had no problems with it. And it's pretty good. I was going to put my was gonna put my Gopro radio in this one. You see it? I was gonna put this in here instead of the Fly Sky, but I don't know. I don't know if I need to. Here's the receivers, Basher boy. These are the series. They made a new version. This is like before they made frequency hopping, but they're so tiny. These little ones here, the Gopros, and they made a new generation like everyone else did with the frequency happening, but I never had no problems with this Gopro stuff's really good. So I was thinking of putting that in there, but I don't know. Fly Sky's working out. Basher Boy's asking, are you ready for Kyosho Wednesday? Yeah, I got something for that. I just got to put the video together. Brad Killer Encock, never heard of that. I heard of that brand. I don't know. I had something like that. It was a boat, I believe, but JP Slayer Racing says, I really like my Fly Sky. Hate the 8 batteries. You got to do, I don't know, if you got this radio, you could put a connector out and run a 3S LiPo in it, or you could put a connector out and put like a battery holder. They sell them little the lithium ion ones. I forget what they're called, the 1450s. They have 900 milliamp hour ones. You could put 3 of them in there and it's a lot lighter. I was going to do that, but then I just got the LiPo because it was a little cheaper to do with a LiPo. If you have the same one, you could just easily put, I got a 1000 milliamp hour 3S LiPo and I just wired it up with a plug. Basher Boy just learned that Spectre makes tiny receiver. Yeah, that's what the good thing about this was. These were from like 2008 or 9 they had them out. And they're so tiny. I don't know how I could show you how tiny it is if I have something here. Here, you guys know how big one of these Tamiya end connectors are? That's how big it is. So they were tiny. That's what I liked about them. And there are a lot of channels too. They got like 1, 2, 3, 4 channels. But I don't know. I don't think I'm going to even bother putting it in here. I don't think you need it. It's not like a super, super fast car. It's not like I'm racing or anything. But this cover here is awesome on these. Oh, Particle Man uses the rechargeable. Yeah, you could use rechargeables on there. Note ones are really good. The Amazon basic ones, if you get them, I think they have like, I forget which ones. I have them over there. They're like black and green. And they're not too much money, but they're exactly the Sanyo makes them, the inner loop ones. They're repackaged for Amazon, so they're really good, but they cost a lot less than the inner loops. JP Slayer Racing's asking, Deans will work too, right? I don't understand what you're talking about there. All my cars are Deans plugs. I was just showing a comparison for the. This is a receiver for my radio. The front wheels look plastic. This? They are plastic. Make it fast, Steve. 5,000 kV on the Tamaya. You could probably run 3S on this if you wanted, so that would be pretty quick with a 3,000. But it's good enough. I like the speed of it. It's all right the way it is. And these bodies are funny. You can't paint them. Guys paint them and it all flakes off because it's like, you know that Tupperware stuff the Tupperware containers are made out of? It's that slippery plastic, and that's what it is with the color impregnated. So you can't paint it at all, because if you paint it, it just don't stick and it'll all come off. Beanfield Alistair, Steve, do you have any axles? What do you mean axles? Or are you saying, oh yeah, axle? I thought you meant a axle maybe. I run it in the snow. This thing wouldn't go nowhere in the snow with these little tires. I don't have no axles left. Everything that I have is on my trucks. No extra spare axles hanging around. JP Slayer is jumping off the roof. The Tupperware car. It's like the Tupperware model. Now I'm using the Gen 8 tires and wheels to support the buggies off the ground. So guys, that mod I did, it's awesome. And the funniest thing, you could do this to all crawlers. If you wanted to extend the wheelbase just a hair, like you could just put them in. I could actually put them in the rear too and make it a little longer. Or even on something like this one here, because this is kind of small, you could do that to something like this also. Bulgar RC, just make a set of tire chains. Yeah, screw some big ass screws through them. On a frozen pond, it would probably be fun. SCX-10 2 axles. I don't have no extra axles. Everything's on my trucks, and that's it. I don't keep nothing extra like that. Kids Toys is here. He says, great work. Appreciate it. You don't, if Particle Man, you don't want to paint one of these beauties. I've seen many guys paint them, and they just flake all apart and paint. Now I can't wait to run this one. It's probably going to work really nice now. Grant's RC's here. Thanks for stopping in. So what do you guys think of that new TRX4 Sport, the builder's kit? I think it's cool. I would have rather built mine than buy it. Ready to run, I'd rather build the trucks. Model 90 says the dual shock WPL trans dual 130 motors are in. Now you just need a video of it so we can see it for ourselves. James Swift's asking, is that red Carhartt plastic? It's kind of flexible. It's like that Tupperware, like slippery feeling plastic that flexes. That's what it's made from. Grant's RC saying it's a lot more fun building. Yeah, I'd rather build them also. I wish I didn't get that one now that I got the ready to run so I could build one, but too late now. It's still a great truck if it's ready to run, or you gotta build it. Goes 78 RC World says he got one coming. That's what's cool about it too. You can paint the body any color you want, and they give you all them attachments on the back, which is cool. I thought they would just put it in the box, like kind of like that Gen 8 one they have. I thought it would be the whole chassis assembled and you just paint it. So I didn't know they came like that. So I was like seeing it all parts in the bag. Some guys have videos like, holy crap, you actually do get to build it. Particle Man, I have a TRX Sport, so I don't need, but you can put better electronics on it for cheaper. Particle Man, the only thing I don't like on the Traxxas is the servo. The ESC, I like it for the way I use it. I use it on the trail mode, and it's perfect because when you're on the trail like I go, a lot of times you don't want it to just stop real quick how they do when they don't have that trail mode. So I like the ESC. Wild Man's in the house. Order the builder's kit now for the waiting. That's going to be a beauty. I can't wait to see everyone who puts up the videos, how they paint the bodies. Brad's saying he likes that the more RC companies are going to kits. I know, it's so funny because when we were little kids, everything was a kit. Now it's all ready to run. Filthy Co says, I'm back. Do you have a Honcho or Cherokee from Waxel? No, Beanfield Alice. I used to have the first one they came out with, the crawler, when they started making them. I think it was just called the SCX-10 back then, or AX-10, I forgot. And I bought like a RC four-wheel drive, or someone had a scale chassis, and I bought that. You'll find it in my videos. It's a lime green Jeep, and I made the hood like black on it, and I had it. I made it a scale truck, and it was pretty good. Bull Gear says he has the Axle Raw Builder's Kit. That's cool. That's a nice truck, too. Particle Man saying the ESC on the Sport TRX4 Sport has tiny holes that let dirt on the on and off switch that gets stuck. You know what you might want to do? You could probably put a piece of tape over the button, or a piece of the stick tape, over the button soft so it ain't pressing it down. And then you can probably press it on and off. Put a little bit of like, if you use a piece of electrical tape over the button, put a little bit of like silicone grease just on top of the button and around it, or oil with a Q-tip. Then put the tape on so when you push the button up and down, it won't get stuck from the tape because you put the grease or the oil on the top. So you may want to do that. It'll stop stuff from getting in there. Filthy Co, any of you guys building a Tamiya kit for Build Off 8? I'm not building one. I got too many cars as it is. I got too many. I gotta start pawning some off. Get a holiday buggy. There you go. Sand Scorcher's a beauty. Filthy Co. If you get that kit, top 1 of the 10 top kits. Fun, awesome. It's like a work of art when you see all them parts, the way they made it. That's a fun kit. Highly recommend that one. Robert Burns RC stuff. I have a Doomsday and I put an old panel band on it. Might have been an old Gravedigger body. Painted it the same way as a stock body. They're not. Yeah, these work pretty damn good. I like it. And it was only like $99. You can't go wrong. I think this is the best bang for the buck for crawling. Besides this one for 140 or 39. This thing will beat most all the crawlers, even the TRX4s, and then this thing's crazy. Well, I didn't actually do it, but up the ramp it beat it. This thing got 59 degrees up my test plank. And none of the trucks, the TRX4 got 56. I think the Gen 8 got 53 and a half. Or this may have got that much, I don't know. Wild Man's asking, what's a good radio for the TRX4 for under 60? Probably like one of them, I got this for it. This is the one I got. I think it was like $30, the Fly Sky. What was this? The FS GT3B. I got this because it had the adjustments for the endpoint on the steering I needed. And it's 10 model memory. But I think they make a GT3, the next model, I forget what it is, B or 4 or something. I don't know which one it is. And it's a little better than this one. And that's like under $60. Filthy Co's building a TRF 201. I should have got mine and brought it down here to show you. Yeah, Robert, I like this thing. The only thing I did to it was the mod. If you see my videos, I have a mod I did to make the steering turn sharper because kind of out of the box, it was like a big radius. Once you do that to it, this little thing's a demon. This thing's awesome. I put 20 weight associated shock oil in here. Seems to work a little better. I think if you use like 15 weight or even 10, it might even be better. Splina, hope I said that right. He says, glad to see you live again. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Bulgar saying he needs to do a trail honcho front bumper. Yeah, I did. Oh, man, I put the body in wrong. I always do that. That's how it's supposed to be. Tuck that in there. I changed the front on this thing. I put the rear piece in the front, and I cut some stuff off of it. It works actually good. Then on the rear, I made this a little bumper out of a piece of, like, it was a little square stock, like a wood. Actually, I think this was a handle to a paintbrush. And then I just put it on, and I got the blowtorch, and I burnt some marks into it like that. It was pretty cool. Steve, I'll take one of your RCs off your hands. Filthy Co saying a DTO2 holiday buggy is sweet. Yeah, I think it comes, this was a special edition red one. I think it comes in blue with the yellow wheels, is the stock version. I don't know if you can find this color anymore. Even the blue one, I think they didn't make them in a long time. Probably eBay, maybe. Robert saying the only thing he did was paint his. He modified the first. Yeah, the first one I heard people say it just like it just twisted a lot, had a lot of flex, and it was like this thing actually. If you floor it off the stop, it don't torque like that, so it's nice. And they say it's 1/18 scale, and it's almost as big as this Barrage, and I just extended this wheelbase a little longer, so it's almost the size of this thing, so it's a nice size. It's not like it's like one of them little minis. That's what I liked about it. Filthy Co says 113. Damn, that's cheap on Amazon right now for the holiday. Is it the blue version? It's the blue one? Did you add it to the cart? Yeah, it's a kit. Get it filled and I'll pass it up. Yeah, the blue version was the regular version that they had a lot of. They made this one here was this one was like some special edition red version. I had the blue one. My who the hell had it? Someone I know had it. My oh, that's who had it. My brother-in-law got it, and actually the blue one looks really nice. This one looks good because it comes with the black wheels and stuff. Grant's RC saying, well, have to go. Have a good show. Got a nap before going where. All right. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Can you see the link, or I do need the rent? I see the link, but I don't know if I'm afraid to click on it. I don't know if it'll make the live get messed up, so I don't like clicking on none of that stuff. I had the laptop up. You never know. Brad's saying, hey Steve, I think they even had a metallic version not too long ago. Special. I don't know. I don't think I ever seen. They might have. I don't know. Someone will have to search a metallic special version. I don't remember seeing a metallic one. Particle Man says he hit the thumbs up. Cool, thanks. I appreciate it. Helps my channel out. Model Nutty says it's alive now. I gotta get the body back on it. God, you gotta do some videos of them weird inventions you do. It'd be cool if you could get some videos online on your channel. I cut the foams in these tires a little bit, like a couple months ago, because they were kind of hard when I drove it last time in the woods. Now they feel like real nice, like you can see it wiggles. It's probably going to be nice now. I got to test it out. I didn't run it in a long time. Holly Buggy brushless with oil-filled dampers. Yeah, I got the oil-filled shocks on here. These guys probably couldn't tell because they look they're the CVA plastic, which are Tamiya ones. They're the oil-filled on here. But you got to be gentle with this body, though. If you get one, I don't trust it. It's kind of like, I think it might snap. I seen guys snap the fenders right off. So it's a weird material. Filthy Kill, I got this, I was telling them before, you probably weren't here. I tested a lot of these 540 size motors out, and I got these cheap ones, a couple brands. This is, did you ever hear of it? Because if you looked on eBay, you might have seen it. Hobby Fans. It's called Hobby Fans. And I got them, and I tested them. They work really good, and they're real cheap. So and the ESC is probably some cheap China one. I don't know what the hell it is in there. But it works good. Has a lot of torque, too. Remote Addicted's here. What's up? Thanks for stopping in. Model Nutty says he did a quick incline test. It don't want to stall. Do you got the metal gears in that Model Nutty? Because I finally ripped. Let me go get it. Hold on a second, guys. I finally ripped the gear in this little truck, but I abused it like hell. It's really not meant for what I did to it in the mountain. You could hear it. Look, it's got a ripped rear gear. I beat the living hell out of it up in the mountain, so it's really not meant to do that. But I took it pretty far. And then I was riding it, and I heard this funny sound clicking. I was like, uh-oh. So I took it home, and I took off the rear over here, and it comes off. And the little bevel gear, the input one from the drive shaft, the drive one, the cone gear, has one tooth missing on it. So I ripped it off. So I need to get the metal gears for this beauty. It did take a beating though, like hell, for what it was. Yeah, it is tiny. You can see the videos. I got some more footage. I have to put it up of this one in the mountain still. But I I took it in the mountain. I beat the living hell out of this poor little thing. It's a toy, but I tortured it. Model Nutty says he shimmed all his WPL input bushings. They still stayed together. Yeah, I just chipped the tooth off the gear that drives the big axle gear, the cone gear. There's one tooth just got ripped right off. It cracked off. Not only saying for this truck, $11 gets you front and rear JJRC axles. Our lot start. Do they come with the brass metal gears in them? Because I know they sell like for $10 two axles, and they have the full metal the gears in them like a brass. I might see. Got my money's worth for sure. What's up, Mike? Thanks for stopping in, unless I missed you. The bevel gears are all 40% bigger. Remote Addicted saying, I'm impressed that you still drive and work on those super cheap trail rigs. WL and so on. I have no patience for those anymore. Yeah, I just get them. If they send me them, I'll get them and test them, and I beat the shit out of them. But I'm not really into them. But if I'm gonna go in the mountain, I really don't want to go with this thing. I'd rather go with one of these, you know. But I do beat on them, and this one got the gear broken in it, so I don't know what to do with it. I guess if I'm gonna have to fix it, I might as well get the metal gear axles for it. There's no sense buying the plastic ones. Well, they have metal geared ones for this. I think they're like $10 for them both. So they're the same exact axles, just like metal gears in them. So that should be good. Robert saying he likes them in the backyard. Yeah, they're good to play around, like in the backyard and stuff, in the house. But I have to admit, it was fun beating the hell out of it up in the mountain. I got some more footage. I'm gonna have to do the video and put it up. That's the last footage I got that I ripped the gear from. This is Filthy Co. This is the Xiaoyi Yi model. They're all the same, the WPLs and the Xiaoyi Yi and all that. They use the same exact axles and parts mostly. The best one was in one of my videos for the tracked one. I'll never forget it. And I was testing it in the mountain, and this guy walks down. They're walking in the mountain, and I'm stuck with it. And he sees me. He's like, "Oh, you should have gotten a Land Rover. You should have chosen the Land Rover," he said. Yeah, Remote Addicted. The Chinese stuff, they're starting to make like pretty good stuff now, like the 10th scale crawlers and stuff. Yeah, Mike, for what it is, I really killed it in that mountain. If you guys could go in that mountain, you would understand how bad it is. I killed the poor little guy. Bucks RC World's here. What's up? Thanks for stopping in. If you missed the beginning, I extended the links on the Doomsday with little spacers to move the front out. And what it did was angled the shocks and also gave me clearance for the bigger tires. So that's why I did it. If you want to relook at that when this is over. You were like the wheel. Yeah, the tracks. Yeah, the guy, it was kind of rude, but it was funny. I laughed my ass off. Binfield Alice is asking about my 124 scale. That thing's awesome. That thing's running good. I only had one problem with that. I popped the drive shaft off, but I put it back together, and I got like plastic shavings I sanded down, and I made CA glue, and I put it on the ends of the drive shaft U so it don't pop open. It gets stiffer. And I never tried it again, but that's going to make it stronger. Take care, Remote Addicted. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Yeah, Bucks, it's good. It extends the wheelbase on it. You can actually do it to the rear also, and it'll angle the shocks, and what it does, it makes it softer. So this is working really good now from that. I did make a part. I have a video that so you can mount the rear shocks and angle them. But if you extend the rear out also, it'll make it work softer, the suspension. It's nice. Yeah, I think Bucks has the Doomsday also. I think Steve just gave his to Tony at CCXRC. Later, Remote Addicted. You should do the links on it there, Buck, because I'm telling you, it makes the suspension work a lot better. And if you do that little mod I do on the back here, if you see my other video, it makes it so much plusher. You know how this is kind of a stiff truck? It's really, you can see it now. It's like real soft and nice. Look. Particle Man's asking, can you hold up the temper again? My son wants to see it. Sure. This one also comes This one comes in a yellow color also. I don't know, guys. Guys watching this right now, tell me the truth. This is what I think this thing looks like to me. It should have been a lossy. It just has like a lossy look to it, the way the chassis is. It looks more like a lossy than a ECX to me. So there it is. It's pretty cool. Look at it on the ground compared to the other trucks. It's low and low like a spider. It'll have the same ground clearance, but it's real low like a spider. That's why this one works really good. Yeah, Bucks, if you look at one of my other videos, I did a modification for the rear suspension. If you do that, you just got to make a little piece of plastic and you screw it on, and it lets you be able to move the shocks in the back inward. It makes the back softer because, you know, when you ride over stuff, it kind of lifts up instead of flexes. So this is going to be good now. You're welcome, Particle Man. Screw that ECX for the win. I know, Mike. I swear it looks like a lossy to me. Just the way it's made, the way they cut the chassis, the color, the everything. To me, if this didn't have stickers, I'd say call it a lossy. Robert's saying that's what the guy at the hobby shop said. Who is that? Steve Bracewell, hope I got it right, is here. He's asking, have a question. Down here in the South Louisiana, we don't have rocks, only mud and woods. I'm building a 1/10 scale crawler. Which brush motor would you recommend? It doesn't really matter if you get a 540 or a 550. The 550s have a little more torque depending on the motor, but if you get a really good 540 motor, like a Tekin or one of those, or any other good brand motor, it'll have torque. It don't really matter. If you're going in mud a lot, your motor's going to get ruined because mud kind of messes up the comms and stuff. So you probably don't want to go crazy and spend a whole crap load of money because you're probably going to eventually have to replace them quicker than normal because mud ain't really good for the motors when it gets in there. So you may just want to get like a cheap RC four-wheel drive motor in there, or a 550, like a stock 550 motor, like maybe a Red Cat one or something like that. Beanfield House, how's that little red truck running? I forgot the name of it. The one with the tracks on it? I have a couple red trucks, so I don't know. Call it lossy and add 50 more bucks. Yeah, the mud's really not good for RCs unless you have like a sealed brushless motor. It'll probably be better, but then you'll have to spend a lot of money. Yeah, the Filthy Co saying the Homes Hobbies are nice. They're really good, but then again, if you're going to be running through mud and always messing up your motors, I wouldn't even bother spending that money on the motors unless you're in a competition. If you're, like you said, in your backyard, I wouldn't. I would just get some kind of like Red Cat 550 motor. RC 4-wheel drive makes cheaper motors that you won't have to worry about burning out. RCVHX22 saying, hello, my friend. What's up? Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. My motor was, Particle Man, my motor was stuttering. I put in a glass of water and hit the throttle, and some chunks of dirt came out. Yeah, and that's probably not even going through mud. Some guys go through like that soup mud. When that gets in there, your whole motor gets havoc, ruined. RC 4-wheel drive makes them cheap. Like I used some of their. They're like $11.99. They're pretty good if you're gonna go in mud. Just get one of those and replace it. RCVHS 20. Everything okay with you? About what are busy? I don't understand what you're asking. I'm busy with the channel, if that's what you mean. I'm getting near 6,000 subscribers, and it's a lot of work to go through all the comments and all the videos I watch. It's crazy. Yeah, you got to clean them out. Like you could run them underwater, get all the dirt out of them. Then you use, like Filthy Co said, that motor spray, and then make sure you lube the bearings again with like a thin synthetic oil. Wild Man saying he uses an Integy brushed lathe motor. Bulletproof. I wonder if you could put like if you get a motor with just the slots in the can, I wonder if you could put like a real fine, like a mesh screen to keep some of it out. Would probably help, but yeah, I just think the motors, once the dirt gets in on the commutator, it stays gritty and everything just gets ruined. Beanfield Alice Turtles asking, did the temper come with everything, or did you have to get batteries for it? No, this came with everything right out of the box. It comes ready to run. Everything's in there. If you look at my unboxing, I show it all. Everything. They give you a USB charger. They give you the battery. It's under the hood here. It comes open, the hood. I think it's a 6-cell 900 milliamp NIM pack. Everything ready to run. It's perfect out of the box. Steve saying, thanks for your advice. After running my trucks, I wish now. And then blow them out. Yeah, I do the same thing you do with the compressed air. I go a step further after I do that. I coat them with WD-40 and I spray them off again, so that way when the whole chassis and the plastic's covered with the WD-40, after a while it kind of dries in on it. It makes it like waterproof, like it repels the water, it beads up, and that makes when you go in the mud again, it won't stick to any of the parts, and next time you blow it off, it'll all come off easier. And then you do it again. You always, before you go in the mud, you do the WD-40, let it dry on a little bit, and then the cleanup will be much easier. Yeah, Mike, you're not supposed to put the WD-40 in the motor. I used to race slot cars, and some of the guys used to I used to laugh. They used to get oil and put it right on the commutator, all on the copper wire and the little HO slot car. It was like puddle of oil down the track coming out. It's like, what the hell? The oil holds the heat in. No, that motor spray, Robert, is a degreaser. It has no lubrication. I got some here. It's just like it cleans it all out and gets the dirt out, and it shines up the commutator as like a cleaner in it, but it has no lubrication in it. So whenever you use this stuff after you're done, when it dries, put a drop of lube on the bushings or the bearings because they'll be dry, because this actually degreases it all off. So make sure you do your bearings. Compressed air. Oh, I'm not talking about compressed air. We use the air compressor with the big, you plug it in, or a gas one, and it builds up the pressure to like 130 psi with the nozzle. That's what I use. And then when you're done, you can hit the body with a coat of J's, and then it'll make the dirt not stick on it when you go out next time. Mike C says he found it out the hard way. Oh well, only way to learn, right? Wildman saying Hobbywing 1080. Yeah, that's a nice ESC. The Hobbywing quick run stuff, that's pretty good. I got most of the 1060s in my cars, and I got the one for my like the Clodbuster, the Bullhead. I think it's a, what is it? 1080? I don't know what it is. I forgot what the number is, but it's the dual motor one. I use that, and it works really good. Yeah, Robert, it's basically like a contact cleaner. It's kind of like the brake clean. Some guys use that, but it actually cleans the contacts a little bit. This one here, this is a Duratrax one, but I usually get the associated, the ready one. But the guy at the hobby shop said it's the same stuff, so I tried this out. Seems to work. Still that deadly, stinky, nasty spray. Bean Philala says he loves the mud. Yeah, everyone loves the mud till you have to clean it off, or your motor gets ruined. You have to replace it. Particle Man's asking, what's an easy way to add multiple songs to a YouTube video? I'm not sure. I don't know. You guys using the new beta version, or do you like the old classic better? I know the new beta version has like a thing for editing the videos. It's a lot better, but I actually like the classic version. I started using the beta version, but sometimes I just like the way the classic version seems like to do something. There's like, when you use the beta version, sometimes you have to do an extra 2 steps to do what you have to do on the classic version. But anyway, yeah, they have a new thing in the beta version, but the way I do mine is I download the music because I use a video editing program. Then they're on my computer, and I just put them on the timeline, and you can put as many as you want like that. I remember that, Robert, that Power Shot spray. They probably don't make it no more. Brad's saying if you like the mud, you need to buy a lot of J's to keep it clean. Hey, we got Tamaya Legends in the house. What's up? Hit the thumbs up for me. I appreciate it. I think you need a more powerful EC for that buggy you were running there with the over. It got the protection with the quick, what was it, quick running SC. I think they say they go down to 12 turn, but I don't think they do. I don't even know if they can handle like a 14 turn. I ran a 15 turn in mine. That seemed good, but I have it geared real low. Like I don't have a big pinion gear. So I don't know if they could really handle what they say. They may be overrating it there. Yeah, that's what I do, Bucks. I do the same thing now. I have a 10-gallon compressor. But the only thing that sucks sometimes when there's a sticker on the body, if you hit it, your sticker flies, gets all broken up and flies off. Yeah, Beanfield Alice Turtle, check out the video. This thing's awesome. I highly recommend this. This works so good. Yeah, Robert, everyone's cool on YouTube. I like sharing all, like if I modify something, and like I just modified my Gen 8, and I got from Bulgar RC. He used a servo horn to do it. He had to purchase it, but I was like, oh man, I was thinking I can modify the stock one easy and get the same thing instead of purchasing a servo horn. So I just sanded the servo horn, made it work. I like sharing little hop ups and stuff with everyone. That's the hobby, what makes it fun. Take care, RCVHX22. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate the support. Bucks, I did some video of my hot shot, and I took it out in the snow and I brought it home. And I should have took the body off. I went like this with the air compressor on the rear spoiler where it has the big sticker where I forgot what it says on it. All of a sudden I'm like, oh, little pieces started to come up. I was like, I stopped real quick. I'm not doing that anymore. No more bodies unless it's like a plain Jane. Yeah, hey, Adventure Time RC's here. Yeah, this thing's cool. I like it a lot. I gotta take it up in the mountain next. But yeah, Bucks, that's the bad part about the compressor. It's good, but if you do something wrong, lesson learned. Always take body off with delicate decals. RC Action magazines. I remember I used to get that. Thunder's here. Says hello. Hello. Yeah, Mike, see, I'm gonna have to make them. I do them like once a year. I used to do them twice a year, but they're hard as hell to make those things. I do them all myself right here on the table. So probably when it starts to get warm out, I'll make another batch of them. The Cloudbuster body. The Cloudbuster body, Wild Man, is a real like a 10th scale body. I don't think it fits the bigger crawlers like the axles and stuff. It might be the wheelbase of one of these. I'm not sure because I don't have it down here. Let me see. I think it might be the wheelbase of this buggy. It might. It might be close. I'm not sure, but I know it ain't big like the big crawlers like the axles and stuff have a 12-inch like bigger wheelbase. Model Nutty says two 130 motors definitely stronger than a 180. Uh-oh, I hear gears stripping. Crunch, crunch. Adventure RC, hey Steve, I got a Kyosho Rocky chain drive photo buggy for $40 at a swap meet. We'll be showing it off on Kyosho Wednesday. Cool. I remember that one. Thunder saying he wanted a crawler, but now he thinks he wants a monster truck. Yeah, they're both fun. I like the Cloudbuster. It's not no speed demon, but it's fun. The new axle monster truck is pretty nice. The crawlers are nice because they go anywhere. They're both good. Model Nutty, woo, cool visual. And just warning about your future with that vehicle. Oh yeah, I forgot the Red Cat makes a monster truck. I think Sen makes a whole bunch. They made a couple new ones. Robert saying the tracks. I know the Traxxas Bigfoot fits on the Cloudbuster, so I guess he's saying you have to extend the wheelbase a little bit. So I guess you're gonna have to extend it to fit the Cloud body. Basher Boy's back in the house. Wild Man says he can't wait for the next swap and he has 20 RCs to sell. I got so many, I think I have to start selling. They're piling up like ants on a sugar pile. Beanfield House is asking what's the runtime on it. To be honest with you, every time I took it out, I didn't run it till it died. It lasts pretty long because it's this one's got a 32 turn motor in it. It's not like this one I think has a 28 or something like that. It's different. So this one's a lower gear and it lasts longer, the battery. So it lasts pretty long. You'll have fun with it. They sell extra batteries. I think they're like $10 or something. I might be wrong. Maybe they're 15 or 20. I forgot because I was looking at some other batteries today or the other day. Mike C says his old Emax is still his favorite. I had the T-Max, was cool. Adventure Time RC, it's bad here. Planes. Yeah, I don't show my plane. I used to have a lot of planes. I have a few quadcopters. Now I only have one plane. I have some tanks. I have a few boats, but I mostly show the cars. I don't count when I say my collection. I don't count the boats and quadcopters or not. I count the cars. Thunder's asking, what about the Granite 4x4? That's an awesome one. That arm is a beauty. I got the brushed version and I like it a lot. I don't know if you guys, it's right here, the picture of it from the box. It's a good truck. The brushless version's really, really good. A lot of guys got it and they bash it and like it. So Thunder, that's a real good truck, the Granite 4x4. Yeah, Adventure Time. No cameras don't show how steep. Yeah, they never show the steepness of the hill. You're like, man, this hill's steep. And you look back on the camera like, it looks like a little pile of dirt. Oh, yeah, the tires on here are awesome. You could hear them. They stick together. They're real gooey. Adventure Time RC is saying he has it and it's a beast. The Arma Granite 4x4 brushless. Particle Man. Yeah, sometimes I go in that mountain. It's so hard. I'm trying to climb these steep hills with the loose rubble, and you slip, and it's like dangerous. You got to watch out because you're trying to look at the truck and film, and you're like on this dangerous terrain. I slipped many times. I should have put bloopers in my videos. White sand. Someone, Basher Boy's gonna go drive on in white sand. White sand is cool. There's no white sand over here. Adventure Time RC, filming crawlers will kick your butt. You have to get up and down. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know, I got something switched on the computer. I had the camera set not to autofocus, and now for some reason it switched back and I don't like it because if I go like that, it gets blurry and it moves all the time. See how it's doing that? So I don't like when it does that. It's better when you show something because it focuses, but it's annoying when you move all like up and down. I just don't like it. I gotta switch it back. Robert Burns RC saying all parks in the city are flat and have no rocks to climb. Yeah, I feel the guys in Florida, all the land is kind of flat. So in Florida, it must kind of stink when you have rock crawlers because it's so flat. I don't know where you are, but Thunder's saying you should set FPV in your RC crawlers. I did that once with a tank. It was pretty cool. But where I drive in the mountain, it's so rough and bad. It's like you can't even walk. You got to watch everything. It's like crazy. Forget about FPVing in that mountain. You have to look at the car the whole time. You ain't going nowhere. It's so bad up there. Yeah, they did discontinue the Gravedigger, I think, if you're talking about the O-axle. You're in Michigan? Shouldn't be that bad. I know Florida's flat, like real flat with nothing, no hills or anything. Yeah, up by me, the mountain where I go is like really rocky. It's like, and it's so big, and I can't show everything in there because you have to walk so far. Like one time I walked 6 miles with my brother and we found the part we used to go to when we were little kids. We're like, oh my God, it was so rough in the rocks. It was awesome. But who the hell wants to walk 6 miles to get to it? In the mountain by me, it's nice because there's a lot of rocks. There's swampy, muddy parts you could go in. There's everything. It's like got water, mud. It's crazy up there. You just got to go to different areas. You're not building no crawler track, huh, Particle Man? It's nice, believe me, it's very nice. You ain't building that. I'll throw you out of the house. Wakey RC's here. What's up? Basher Boy got the Basher Boy Arena going. Is that where we're going to see the Beetle run next for Wednesday? That's what you're taking out, the bug? Robert said he has to build his own in the backyard, of course. Kyosho Bug's coming out to play. That's going to be a beauty. 11 Charlie's here. What's up? Yeah, Wakey RC, you gotta find like a wooded area, like a mountains or something like that. Mike C, I was browsing Amazon and saw you on a couple of it. Yeah, sometimes they send me some of them little toy trucks and stuff to do a test review on. That little boat I did the test review on, that black boat, that was the S-Gile. That thing was cool. I brought it to the spot I go fishing. It's usually shallow. And I went there and I was like, holy crap, it was so high. It looked like the Amazon. And it was so current. I was like, oh my God. And I went all the way driving there. I was like, oh my God, I didn't want to ride that boat in there. I think maybe it wouldn't work. But when I rode the boat in there, I was surprised it actually worked really good. Thunder's asking, what's the best RC crawler you have between 200 and 300? The best one you could get for the price, if you could get it, if you don't want to spend any money, is this one here for $99. And then if you're going to spend like 300, so what he said, 300? Damn, that's hard because I like the Traxxas Sport for, I think it's like $339. So I guess your best bet would be to get one of these if you're gonna spend 300 and you don't want to spend the extra $39. This would probably be your next best to get, the Gen 8. This one's like $299. But if you want something pretty good for $150, one of these, if you're not looking for a scale truck, if you're looking for scale, get one of these. But this thing for $139 is pretty damn cool. And then you could get the Gen 7 Sport for $199, which ain't that bad neither. But if it was me and I had no crawlers and it was going to be my first one, I would rather save up like $30 and get the TRX4 Sport. Unless you like the body and sacrificed, you could get one of these because this does look nice. But I really like the performance and the build quality of the TRX4 Sport. But this one's nice too. I got a lot of them here. I think I have like 8 crawlers or 7 now. Depends how much you want to spend. If you said, oh, I only got 200, then you'd probably be better off just buying the Sport, the Gen 7. But if you're saying 300, this one maybe, or like I said, the extra 39, you get the TRX4 Sport. It's really good. That's similar to my BDS Racing. I seen you with a crawler, but I don't know which one you're talking about. The Gen 7 you're talking about? Yeah, I like the look. The reason why I bought this one actually is because I thought it actually looked pretty cool looking. That's why I bought it. Like it ain't scale, but it just looks cool the way they did the aluminum plates and stuff. And it's got the light bar already in it. Robert saying a TRX4 Sport, a great crawler. They have the kit version now. It's cheaper, but then you got to put your radio and electronics and stuff. The one at the front. This one here. This is a ECX Temper Gen 2. Do you own any axle crawlers? Thunder, I used to have one, and I don't own any more of them, but I know the axles are really good. They're top-notch stuff. But they don't work. They're good, but because these ones, I don't know if you know about RCs. These ones here, if you see, I don't know if you could see it because I can't see. These have portal axles, and the ground clearance is way lower down here to tires, so you get to go over stuff. Whereas normal trucks like a axle have a flat regular axle, so the ground clearance ain't high by the pumpkin. So the Gen 7 has the straight axles. The TRX4 Sport has the portals, and so does this Gen 8, so you could go over stuff a lot easier. Red Cat made an aluminum skid plate, but did nothing about the hump. Actually, it looks like it got bigger. Yeah. What's their name? That company makes one. It's like a bone. What's the name? They have a symbol for a dog bone. You know what I'm talking about? They have a new skid plate. Bauer House. They make a. It's not flat, but it's pretty almost flat, but a little like raised, like a bigger surface. TJRC guys here. What's up? I did your modification. I did it. It's easy as anything. Real simple. Worked like a beauty. Now my tires, because like you, we had the bigger tires. It's much better now. So it was awesome. And the suspension got softer too. So thanks for that tip. Temper Gen 2 about the same as it. Model Nutty, yeah. This I just extended the wheelbase. The wheelbase on it's a hair smaller on this one here. It's a little shorter. It's the same exact axles and everything. So it's on. That's why they say it's 1/18 scale or full of it. It's bigger. It's like a 1/14 or 1/12, I think. Thunder says, yeah, I know a few stuff about RCs. Well, the Axle is a good brand. Either one of them trucks, they're nice. Basher Boy says he just bought the Gen 2 ECX. He's working on it. Can't wait to run it. Yeah, it's a beauty. I like this little thing. It's not that bad out of the box. Like you said, you're switching your electronics and everything. It's really not that bad. It works pretty good. They did a good job on it. You must have got a bad ESC Adventure Time RC. It probably had maybe something wrong with it, because I think a lot of guys always go in the water with them. I never see no one burn them up. Probably just got a faulty one. Just your luck, right? I hate when that happens. 11 Charlie RC, yeah, Bauhaus makes the flat skid plate for the Gen 8 now. People thought I was crazy because my truck was like one of the first ones to get them, and they were seeing me hack it up and grind the thing off. Everyone was like, "Oh, how could you do that to a new truck?" I'm like, "Oh, gotta make it work better." Uh-oh. TJDRC guy says he was just at a comp and Gen 8 broke a portal output pin gear. That's not good. Mike C, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Take care. We'll see you later. Thunder, yeah, this is supposed to be waterproof. If you look on Horizon Hobbies, they have a video of them. You could see them running. I like submerging RCs. Submarine RC. You should get a submarine. Take care, Robert. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. TJ saying poor Gen 8 didn't even last past the first class 2 course. Think he broke it in playing. Yeah, I jammed mine up a couple times in the mountain, but I heard the slipper clutch slip. Maybe his slipper clutch was so tight it just ripped the gears. You got to loosen up the slipper clutch so when you're in a bind, you can hear it whine to protect it. Because I know mine got jammed up quite a few in the mountain. I was like, oh crap, and it was stuck, and I heard the slipper slip. So it protects it. But I know climbing up them comp rocks and stuff could be a lot of stress on everything. Oh God, he was a newbie. He was probably gunning it. He was probably gunning it while it was stuck in the rocks. It shouldn't have broken though. If it had the slipper clutch right, it should have just made a slipping sound. Maybe his was too tight from the factory. I know mine, I got jammed a couple times in between some rocks, and I gave it gas to try to go over it, but you couldn't get over it. It was stuck. And I heard the thing like, you gave a little slip. It's always good to have the slipper clutch set up right, because if you don't, you can ruin everything. Thunder says, wait, I've already seen the video on the ECX 1810 for Gen 2. I think they're both the same, different design. They come in 2 different colors. One's red, one's yellow, and the one is blue. TJ got his attempt on the video, but it was only 3-wheel drive. That's funny. Courtney's in the house. Courtney Wall, and he says, thank you so much for all your tips on the Doomsday. I'm having so much fun with it. Definitely a treasure. Yeah, it's a beauty for the price of this thing. Is awesome. I got a whole bunch of videos with little adjustments that make it work a lot better. Even what I did to it now, it angled the front shots back and it made it a little softer. So you may want to do that to yours if you take a look back at this video when it's over. TJ saying his axle held up on his SCX-10 too. That's good. You probably only needed the shims in there. It was probably too loose. Probably the teeth weren't hitting right, especially if they're them beveled gears like the angled type, like a real car. I had seen the Doomsday had issues with half the axles ripping out the gears if you're hammering them hard. Yeah, some guys they go like with the Traxxas TRX4s and stuff. They put brushlesses in them and go crazy. If you're just crawling and you know what you're doing, you shouldn't have a problem with it. Model nutty, I'm speaking to. If you just know what you're doing, you don't push it. You got to know what the limit is on the truck. Particle Man wants to add 2 speeds to the Sport. See, I'm different. That's why I didn't buy the original version, because I like it without it, because less stuff in there and it doesn't break as much, and less weight, it works better. TJ saying his Doomsday kicked an SCX-10's butt. That's cool. One thing I like about this one here and this one with their axles they use, even though it's not a portal axle, the pumpkin's not really much lower than the axle compared to other trucks. So for the size of this truck, it has a lot of ground clearance. This one too, because it uses the same axle. Courtney, well, definitely, I have done a lot of your mods you posted. I went Mad Max with it. I would like to send pictures of how it looks so far. You can send me a picture if you go to my home page on YouTube and you push the contact button after you press the about button, and that way you could send an email. I'm the only one that's seen your Doomsday bug. You gotta try to make some YouTube videos there, Model Nutty. Yeah, TJ, I don't like the 2-speed and all them extra crap with the servos and locking diffs. It's not, you don't really need it. I had that in the big 1/10 scale, or rather 1/8 scale for Traxxas. They say it's 10 scale, and it had all that gears and switching in the monster truck. It was okay, but in a crawler thing, it was like, I thought it was kind of silly, so that's why I didn't get it. Particle Man's asking, is the wheelbase on the temper the same as the TRX? No, these are smaller. It's almost the temper Gen 2 is almost the same as the Doomsday. It's a little bit shorter, but these I'll show you the difference. It's a lot different. Could you see the difference? It's not big like one of these trucks. But don't let that fool you. This thing climbs over stuff really good. Yeah, Adventure Time Model Nutty needs to make some YouTube videos. He likes modding all these like toy grades. He always tells me how to do it, and I'm like, I'm into them, but I'm not into them that much. Yeah, the CR12, the Associated, they came out with some new one. Did you see it? They came out with a new version again. Thunder's asking high or low. I don't know what he's talking about. Adventure Time RC's asking, anyone doing Steve OD build off 8? I'm not doing a build off 8 because I have so many cars here now. I'm going insane. Steve's starting to fill up his garage. Now he's kind of like, I need a bigger garage. I said, see? And I got so many cars. You want me to do a build off? I said, I have no room. Thunder's asking how much torque the temper. It's powerful. It'll get over everything it has for its weight. It's really powerful. This one here, actually, I put up a plank and do a test climb on an angled ramp. This one outperformed all my trucks, even the TRX4. This one got 59 degrees on the ramp. So it's really good. I think I'm behind on these comments. Little temper about the same as the Doomsday 390 motor. Good. Yeah, this has a 32 turn motor in this one, Model Nutty. It's not as fast. This had the Doomsday, I think, has a 28 turn. This one's a little geared lower, like more power. I can't stop building. I have a problem. Low doing it. Damn, that little Rally Beetle's a beauty. I like that one. That's a cool one, that little Rally Beetle you got there, Adventure Time RC. I like that. I heard, though, all the front, how it looks really nice with all the chrome plastic pieces. They say when you ride it and you flip it and hit something, it's going to rip right off, though. But TJ, the RC guy, have you tried any on-road cars yet, Steve? TJ, I had them all. I had on-roads, nitro on-roads. I did it all. I had so many of them, TC3s, HPIs, gas nitros, associateds, pan cars, 10Ls, 12Ls, Parmas, Bolinks. I had them. I'm just not into the on-road that much because the roads and stuff over there are always crappy. Like, I got the Tamiya rally car, and that's pretty good on-road. I use that in the street also. So that's basically the one I like using. I also got the Street Rover Tamiya buggy, I forgot. But I had all on-roads. Adventure Time's putting the RC four-wheel drive 20-turn motor in it. Cool. You can break those in. You put them on like 3 volts and run them for like 20 minutes or 25 minutes and break them in. Then you oil the bushings on them. Yeah, TJ, in here in New Jersey, the roads are so bad I can't even. You know, I have my old Camaro, the '81 one. I can't even enjoy taking it out and cruising it no more. The roads are so crappy. It's like you're taking it out to beat on it and mess it up. That's how bad the roads are. On roads are fun when you got a smooth surface. They're awesome. They handle like beauties. That's why I like the rally cars, Basher Boy. If you get a rally car, at least if the road has the rocks and crap, like I take mine out in front of the house. If there's the rocks in the roads and all grass clippings, anything, it's good to have the rally car because you could still run it, but they handle still good, kind of like an on-road. So that's why I like my rally car. It's all that freaking potholes. You could drive your car and sink in one. I swear, sometimes they look like they're 8 inches deep. Model Nutty, sometimes you could run some of them motors, like the cheaper ones and stuff. You could run them for like 45 minutes to an hour to get them seated. The brushes. Yeah, there's a tennis court in a park up there, but I don't know if they'll let you in there to run the cars. Beanfield answer, Steve, put an antenna on your tripod. Don't have to bend down anymore. I'm just bending down to try to look at the comments because the computer's so far away. So if you see me like this, it's because I can't even reach the laptop from here. It's like 2 foot away, so I lean forward to look at the comments. Yeah, the roads are bad. You're better off with a rally car setup these days. Same reason why everyone drives the SUVs nowadays, mostly because the roads are so bad. Do you own any 124 scale Yeah, I own the RGT. What is it? The Adventure. If you look at my videos, I have the RGT Adventure 124 scale. New Jersey toll money go into their pockets, not into the roads. The roads are trashed nowadays. Too many cars. That's the problem. There's so many more cars on the road. There's a tennis court up by the park. I bring mine, but I never tried running there. So maybe I'll try to go there. I'll probably get kicked out. Suck turnpike. Basher boy, you could go at midnight. It's the only time I could try my on-road. Adventure Time says if you get kicked out, film it. I'd be surprised. I'll probably go by the tennis court because no one plays anything, the younger kids anymore. No one does nothing. The tennis court's probably going to be all sunken in with craters and be like a ridiculously messed up. I'm going to be like, what the hell? The lunch wild man saying the lunchbox brushless is the best for bad roads. Model Nutty saying the tennis courts are great. Yeah, they're great, but I don't know. Usually, like when I go up by that park, they have the baseball fields, and they look like ghost towns with like the weeds growing through real tall, like it was sitting there after the humans died like 100 years. So I'm thinking in my head, yeah, there's a tennis court. It's probably gonna be all sunken in with sinkholes and potholes and cracks. Yeah, TJ says a stampede don't mind. Yeah, you gotta have an off-road these days. Even to run them on road, you need an off-road. It's funny. We guys who bash them when we go out in the street with our cars, you need an off-road. And now the pros that race the off-roads, they're racing on tracks so smooth, the dirt, it's like cement. They're not even running on like an off-road track. It's funny. In the old days, the tracks where you raced, the off-roads were like loose dirt and it was nice. Now it's like cement. I don't understand. I could probably rock crawl in some of the potholes I see over here. Well, guys, I've been on here for 2 and almost a half hours, man. I think I'm going to cut it short here. I had a nice time. It was fun chatting and stuff. I always say I'm going to stay on shorter because I stay on too long. I'm like, what the hell? It's 2-3 hours. I was like, oh, I'm going to have a timer and shut it off on an hour. And I always look at the time. I'm like, holy crap, 2.5 hours. All right, guys, I'm going to shut this down. I appreciate you all coming in. It's fun as always. And I guess I'll see you next time. Take care and have a good night. See you later, guys. Have fun, RCing. Catch you on the next one. Beauty.